got a great event today. We're going to start off by talking math. Everybody ready for a little math? Simple math. So let's just do the math. We do about 150 deals here consistently. Anybody want to dispute me disputing now? Is that about right? 150 closings a month? Pretty consistent? All right. In Flathead? Is that a good number? Okay, so we're going with it. And our average sales price around $250,000, roughly, for easy math. All right. So that means we do about $450 million a year, roughly. Is that a? Let's round it up to $500,000 or 500 million. Excuse me. So 500 million. Is that safe? So with 500 million on this stage today, with 4 people, we're going to have half that amount as this entire county with 800 agents. This is going to be an unbelievable day. You got your seatbelt on? You ready? We're going for a ride. Okay, so the first time I had an event here, I got upset. Somebody's timer's going. That was mine. So I got upset. Why did I get upset? Anybody guess? I got a ticket. And then all of a sudden, I had to do a quick mind shift, and I'm pretty good at that. So I shifted immediately. I said, oh, this ain't a ticket. This is $10 parking. If I was downtown Seattle, it would have been $100. Right? So guess what you're going to get today? A lot of tickets. I've not been here yet and not had one. So I will tell you the only place, if you don't want a $10 parking charge, get rid of the ticket, pay it immediately or it'll become worse. But, shoot, I just sent it in. Now I'm parked out front. I didn't even think about moving. $10 ticket. Right? Excuse me, I've got to change my language. $10 parking. So if you don't want a $10 parking charge for the day, you've got to be on third over here. Or second. There is some spots. So right now would be the time to move your vehicle if you don't want a $10 parking fee. Okay, next announcements. Restrooms, there's one straight out here. We're not taking any breaks. We're going to stand up and stretch. And when we're stretching and recapping the next event, you can run out there and run to the restroom while we're stretching and recapping the next speaker. Make sense? At the end of the day, our $100 million producers do a little bit of coaching. They're $50 sessions. I have personally spent $250 for these type of sessions. Excuse me, I've charged $250 for these type of sessions. I have paid $500 for half-hour coaching sessions, personally. So it's a bargain of $50. He's got some amazing content, which you'll see. He's the last speaker. I'm going to give you a little bit of speaker order. We're going to start with Jason Baker, then Jeremy Williams, Brian George, Brett Kelly, and Reed Moore. We're going to close it out right at noon with Reed. And our next speaker has a lot in common with Vice President Ching. Nobody knows the story. Jason Baker is a prospecting pro with a mega team based out of Missoula, Montana. Last year, the Jason Baker team closed over $630,000 and is on track to close 100 units in 2017. Jason has been selling real estate for 4 years. Even with his busy schedule, Jason enjoys donating his time to help others and sharing his wisdom and prospecting strategies to coach others into high production. Let's give Jason an unbelievable round.
I don't know if this microphone's on, but I'm pretty loud. Anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. My name is Jason Baker. I work out of the Tunnel Way in Western Montana down in Missoula. And thank you for having me. It's been great to meet so many of you at Bold. I'm all proud of you for being there. I want to share with you today a little bit about being able to overcome obstacles in your life and using those things to create a strength, an unbelievable strength in order to get what you achieve. And then also, just to summarize, using those strengths to help others achieve what they want. Because eventually in your life, you're going to plateau in anything that you do. And when you do, you have to immediately hop in and help others and contribute in order to break through that. Okay? So we're going to go over a little bit about my story, what he's talking about with the Dick Cheney thing. Okay? Prospecting and prosperity. I'm a sick puppy. I like to prospect every morning. Okay? I just like it. I like to wake up, I like to do things in the morning time, and I like to create income for my family and for other people, and I do that via prospecting. Okay? There's two ways that you can do this business. You can do it over a 30-year span, which is completely fine to get up to what your goals are, or you can prospect in the morning, make 30 contacts, and in 4 years get very close to 100 transactions. Okay? Either way is fine based on what you want. Okay? If you want to take the fast track, that's what I want to do since day one. My goal is 100. When I get to 100, it's going to be 250. When I get to 250, it'll be 500. Okay? So that's where we're at. All right. Now, this is hard to look at, but this is where I got my motivation from. Okay? December 7th, so in 6 days, it's hard for me to talk about, so if I whine, don't laugh. Okay. I got shot in the head twice. That's what you look like the day after that happens. Okay? I take wounded veterans hunting on weekends. And on one of those hunts, I was shot twice in my head and life flighted back to Missoula, which is where I woke up. Okay? So, I was shot in the head twice. I have severe PTSD, which is why I choke up. It's hard for me in front of crowds. I'm blind in my left eye, and I have severe nerve pain. Okay? But I could whine about that, or about 2 or 3 months after that happened, I went into that. I started realizing, how do I get through something like that? God gave me 2 eyes, thankfully. Okay? I have a chance to grow, okay, and be better for my family. All right? It was a character building exercise. It was a brutal time in my life. Brutal. Okay? But I hope you didn't talk about it because I hope if you're having a hard time in your life, you can get right through it. Okay? Because you can if you do certain things that I'll teach you. Prove it up, made up, quit whining, which I clearly haven't learned how to do quite yet. Okay? And it was a defining moment in my life. At some point in time, I just said enough is enough. So I didn't want to do too much. I didn't want to do too much after I got shot. I didn't want to be here very much. I just kind of wanted to go hole up. Okay? I found out that was a PTSD. I didn't realize that at first, and then all the veterans I was helping started making fun of me, calling me a big wimp, and, oh, you're in the anxiety phase, you know, which was kind of funny, so I really appreciate that. I was pissed off, I was resentful, I was miserable, and my best friend, sort of a father figure, was one of the ones who shot me. So it was really hard that the person you loved the most was one of the ones that actually was the one that injured you. So it was extremely hard to get over such a thing, okay? So how did I bounce back? How did I get out of this funk in my life? Okay? And these are the techniques, and I'm just going to go over them. These are the techniques that I use. And this is also the same techniques that I use when I prospect every single morning. Okay? I wake up at 5:30. I know Jeremy asked my wife if I actually really do that, so I really do. And by the way, Jeremy was the only one that came to my house after I got shot. I love you for that. Okay? All right. So I wake up at 5:30. I shower, I dress for success. Sometimes that's fleece pants. Okay? Boxer shorts, boxer briefs. Okay? All right. So I wake up at 5:30. I dress for success. I shower, which is good for everybody. I get to my happy place. I bought this Sasquatch-sized chair. Okay? It was huge. I coddles. All right? And I sit in that, and I pull out my goal book. I get about 20 minutes before my kids wake up, and I start doing my goals. All right, every morning. Now, do you all have a handout? Did I hand it out? Now, I started bringing my family in on this about 6 months ago. It'll say Ethan's goals. Now, this is highly personal. I don't really care. This is what I do with my kids in the morning time. Okay, so my daughter and son come down at 6:30. All right, I get about 15 minutes myself for visualizations in that chair, and then I go over this thing. I do a power hour with my kids. Okay, we go through what their goals are in the morning time. We write down what they're grateful for, and then we write down some of the good things that they've done, because they have to be able to congratulate themselves for the small things that they've done in the last week or the last day. Does that make sense? Give yourself credit for what you've done. Write down your goals, okay, so that you have focus and vision. Visualize your goals, and also write down what you're grateful for. Okay, I'm grateful for 2 eyes, because I'm twice as good to myself as I ever did. So, as I see happen, okay. All right, I see too many people. I know I got like 18 minutes and I'm expressive, so I like to talk for 4 hours. But the fact is what's a better way to start your day? The bad news, just get up, just get on that social media. Oh my gosh, oh, Hillary for prison. There you go, Trump has big hands, or something like that. I mean, it's just, why are you doing that to yourselves? you're just arguing in the morning. And if you've ever won an argument on Facebook, just let me know. You should be the first one. Okay? I get up, I get into that Bible. That's what I do. I get up and I thank my Savior for letting me be here still and not be dead and Dylan in a duck life. Okay? I have to get up early, I get in the Bible, I journal, I do my goals, I envision what I want, which is 500 transactions in 5 market centers in Montana. I decided to act after I got shot rather than bitch. Okay, but after 2 or 3 months, I was bitching, believe me, for 2 or 3 months. I still whine from time to time, don't let me fool you. I have bad days still. This is extremely hard for me to be up here. I know maybe some people say, well, it's just really hard. I have to psych myself up for about an hour to do it, okay? It really did hurt. Who shot me hurt more. I had a real estate coach who told me, he said, you got to wake up. You got to make 5 contacts today. You got to just make 5. And I'm like, oh, I don't want to, man. It's hard to look at the screen. So you put on all like those old person glasses, and you get to it. You know what I mean? All right, so I made 5. And then I had to make 10 contacts a day while prospecting. And then now I'm at 30 to 40 per day, and on Fridays 100. Okay, every Friday. Bold 100, that's what that taught me. Now, you can overcome anything by just starting the day right. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know you want me to teach you how to prospect. Let's just arrange for a class, and I'll spend the whole day teaching you how to prospect. I can't do it in 18 minutes. There's no Staples easy button, okay? All right, so the truth is, and what you have to realize as a human being, this is so, when you get this, when you understand your value on this earth, the truth is that our purpose is, and I'm talking about us humans, okay, is we're here to help others get what they want. We aren't here for us and our own selfish desires. Does that make sense? Yes? Okay, good. You are not insignificant. You have a God-given gift, so whatever it is for you, please use it for the benefit of other people. Now, it really, after I got shot, I was so selfish because all I could do was look at myself. So it took a couple, 2 or 3 years for me to become unselfish and start sharing again and start speaking publicly again because I really just wanted to sit in the hole. That's what I wanted to do. Okay? You're a part of the web. You, every single one of you, is part of the web that holds humanity together. You're an important part of this universe. And you need to tell yourself that you're an important part of this universe every single day. Will you do that for me if you do nothing else? Wake up in the morning and say, I like myself, I love my job, and I'm going to put Jason on half of that deal. Right. So you're an important part of the universe. You are amazing. You are here intentionally. Not one of you is a mistake. If you think that, start doing this, and you'll start to realize your value. Okay? You're amazing, and you're absolutely worthy of everything you desire. My greatest wish as I stand up here is that you start having some, your esteem raises, you do some of these drills, you get on Facebook, you get on a telephone, or whatever it is that you want to do in your life, and you crush it. I want you to achieve your goals, but if you don't have them, you'll never achieve them. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So, numbers or people or both. Up until recently, all I cared about, admittedly, was my numbers. I was selfish for 2 or 3 years after I got shot. That's all I cared about. My numbers, my numbers, my numbers, my numbers, my numbers. That's all I cared about. Okay? So now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for ways to prospect into other areas to help other people in their life and in their businesses. Okay? I never realized I wanted to do that before until I came to the Keller Williams family. And they started talking about teams, and I'm like, what an amazing way to share the gospel and also to share my talents with them so that they can be successful. Okay? I can attest that after making the income that I've been blessed with in mortgages and real estates, and I don't like to talk about that, it makes me feel weird. I'm not against having money, I'm just against thinking I'm awesome because of what I do. It just feels weird. What I've been blessed with, I get more satisfaction being here with you, and when my team, like Terry, will close a deal, than when I close a deal. I get more satisfaction from that now. Okay? Now go ahead and close a few more, Terry. Just kidding. Okay. So Zig Ziglar said it best, and I've been reading these books after I got shot, ad nauseum, but I wasn't really implementing all of them, but he said, and I think this is exactly how he said it, but it might be a couple words off. You can have everything you want in your life if you'll just help enough people get what they want in their life. Okay? And I'm like, I read that, and it finally clicked after 3 years because I'm a little stubborn. Okay? To truly help others in your industry, though, okay, You need to first get in the trenches. So if you have any desire to have a team, please get in the trenches and close deals at a high level first. Okay? Because you'll understand the situational baseball that happens in real estate. Okay? And I think that that's important. So get in the trenches, because that's also going to add validity. If I go, hi, my name is Jason Baker, I've closed 2 transactions in the last 4 years, would you like to join my team? Okay, so it's probably not going to happen. Okay? Hi, I'm Jason, I've actually closed 5. And it'll add validity, which will attract more people to you, and when you attract more people to you, you're going to have a better team that will excel faster, in my opinion. Okay? To haste the process, please pick up the telephone and tell people what you do for a job every single day, and tell them why they should do it with you. What do they call that? Prospect. Yes. Okay. This is why we do it. Coffee. What's that? Coffee, man. Okay, how much time do I have? 7 minutes. Okay. Right. Or sooner. Yes, or sooner. If I see the hook coming, I'll go. I don't want to keep stepping on someone's breakfast over there. Okay. At some point, you need to realize the power of other people. Okay? It's important that you realize the power of other people. You realize a team concept is necessary on a local level and on an expansion level in order to get to those 500 transactions that I want to get to. I can't do that on my own without getting 6 divorces. You know what I mean? So, okay. Of course, there's parts of Montana where if you live there, you can get 6 divorces in one day. Isn't that south to the valley? Jeremy knows what I'm talking about. All right. Edit that out. So I was talking about before this plateau of business. Like, I'm stuck. I just keep getting closing like 91 or 92. I'm like stuck right there for some reason. And a lot of it has to do with the and this is not an excuse. Believe me, it's my fault. It's not anyone else's fault. But, I have to realize, 7, 8, 9, 10 years into the business, I have a lot more people reselling the home that we sold that. And I don't quite have that. And so I'm grinding for these deals. But right now, instantly, without making more contacts per day, I can bring some other people closer to me in other market centers, and we can get to 500 together. Make sense? Okay, which is why I love the Keller Williams model. I've seen, and the other thing too, the one thing, when you do start experiencing a level of success, which you will if you prospect and put these systems in place, okay, I've seen other agents in the Missoula market hoard their God-given talent. They hoard it. They just, we're just gonna do it for ourselves, okay? And what I see their numbers going down and not up, because that's a heart issue, if that makes sense. They won't give anything. They just want to strike at you because we exceed the numbers. They want to hit you with that, rather than what they should do. At that moment where you get that success and you start to plateau, bring others into your circle. Does that make sense? Okay, just bring others closer because they can help you get what you want. When you help them, they're going to help you. It's just a law of reciprocity. Okay? When you plateau, empower others and watch your business flourish. Stop worrying about what you're going to lose if you help other people. You have to stop worrying about that. You'll never be, the universe will not give you anything if you don't help other people. I'm just saying. Okay? So that's my fault. I'm not giving enough. I'm stuck at 90. All right? I'm not giving enough. So now I'm giving, and I'm going to give. I'm not giving to get, but I'm giving because I understand that's just a natural progression of my life. Okay? If you want to live abundantly, give more. So I'm going to leave you with this. What if you prospected for opportunities, okay, to empower other people rather than just prospecting for a listing first thing in the morning, okay? What if you, prospected for opportunities to empower others, which led to their prosperity. This is on prospecting and prosperity, right? So when you do that, ultimately it will come back around and help you, but make sure you have no ulterior motive, okay? What if we as human beings did not have an ulterior motive? Okay? Live your life intentionally with no ulterior motive and watch your paradigm shift. Have no ulterior motive. As a selfish person, I had ulterior motives up until about 2 years ago. I will admit it. My motive was to get to 100 and to be the best of the best in my area. That's not what I want now. Now I want to be the best person who beats Jeremy. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No, I'm so proud of Jeremy. No idea. So what if the moment that we met somebody, when I first meet you, I want to have a major impact on your life. That's what I care about right now. I don't care about anything else. I want to have a monumental impact in your life, and I want to be kind to you, and I want to be exactly the opposite of what you might think that I am. Okay? So what if we asked everybody that we met, how can I help you today? Would the world be a better place? If we walked all around and did that, we're going to say, what are you going to take from me? What do you mean? What are your intentions? Okay? Would we live in a better world? And the answer is yes. Okay. So I just wanted to ask you, before I close right now, how can I help you? So that's it for me. Thank you.
We do have a few more chairs up here we can get to. Give Jason another hand. So this next part is called a recap or an integration, and it's some of the most magical part of actually going and learning, because what we do now is we feed back exactly what we heard from our perspective, and we've got 80 different perspectives in here. From our perspective, what we just heard, and we're going to put it up on the board. We're going to tape them up after every speaker so we can revisit them. You can take pictures with your phones or whatever. So let's just start right here. Anybody? Okay, I'll start. All around if you've got something.
Adding value to others.
Adding value to others.
I like myself.
I like myself. Morning mindset. Wow, that hour of power. Does he have an hour of power or what? Woo!
We're here to help others.
Yeah, we're here to help others. Zig Ziglar's quote, if you help enough other people get what they want, you'll get what you want.
What are you grateful for?
What are you grateful for?
Focus on your goals.
Focus on your goals.
Duck.
Duck. Do not plant ducks in Dayton. I got that up out of clear. I don't want to join the Lace Baker Club or the discipline.
Stop whining.
Stop whining. How can I help? Asking that question. How can I help?
Your success is your choice.
Your success is your choice.
Your time frame is your choice too. You want to do it in 2 to 4 years, or you want to do it in 30?
Yep. Your time frame is your choice, isn't it? Yeah.
Give yourself credit.
Give yourself credit. Comfort yourself. Thank yourself. Give yourself credit. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't feel sorry for yourself.
Empower other people.
Empower others.
What you focus on expands.
What you focus on expands. 1 more minute. 30 seconds. Throw it out there. You've got one deep, and there's no embarrassing.
What you think about, you bring about.
What you think about, you bring about.
Check your motives.
Check your motives. Persistent pays. Have a goal.
Morning ritual.
What's that?
A morning ritual.
That morning ritual.
And experience it for yourself first.
Experience with yourself first.
Get in the trenches. Feed your mind what you want to see.
Feed your mind what you want to see.
Don't be selfish.
Don't be selfish. So he does 30 or 40 prospects a day. He does a bold 100 on Friday. I got that loud and clear. I almost introduced him by saying, Jason is really scared of the phone. He's timid and don't like talking to people. But I didn't use that time. How can I help you today? One other one? Team concept is necessary. If you're starting as an individual agent, can you create a team? Immediately, day one, you've got title, you've got mortgage, you've got people to help them become successful as you're becoming more successful. I mean, you can create a team without hiring a person, right? You can start there. Wherever you're at in your career, you can start there. Share your gift. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Right. It starts that. He's got that sheet there. I actually brought it up here so I wouldn't forget that. I'm so glad I mentioned that. I mean, that's. At first, how old are you going to miss?
My youngest is Cassie 4. She has her own sheep, but she just draws pictures.
Right. But she's still there. She's still in the energy. She's still learning. She's still listening. I love that. Oh, what's even 7? 7 years old.
So
including.
gratitude. So I think
Excellent. Let's put those up on the wall.
John, don't be distracted by negative news and have this 5